You're here once again for more Symphogear. With only a small amount of destruction to the orbiting bodies around Earth. So, yeah, what could go wrong? It's not like the tides need to be kept in check or anything. No, the grandest plan of all. We target the moon. I'm not entirely sure why. A vendetta can be one hell of a thing, but it's not over yet. Chris sacrificing herself, crash landing into the depths of the forest. Are we going to be chasing over to her aid, considering she used the song and all, but the battle's definitely not over yet. It's not going to be easy, but it should be fun to watch. So let's get going. Wow. If we are getting back into it and seeing the moment of the destruction as your first reintroduction. With a content little monologue from Chris about the reason she fights and what she was going through. There better be some resolution there, considering probably best not to let them all watch the goings on as well. And upon seeing that, Beast is unleashed. Episode 12. Not what I expected after that shout. And because of that, I don't think Symphogear is going to take it away just so fast. We've already seen that with Incarnate, so how much of her will to fight here is going to be awakened and bear fruit. And now not only content with potentially killing her off, no, now mocking her ideals and the reason she fought. Hopefully their anger here isn't going to block their judgment. If her goal was awakening that, well, she kind of, yeah, she did it. I mean, in a sense. Maybe just, release her, let her get it out of her system, then try talking to her. Fusing at an accelerated rate. Of course, using everything at her disposal, what wouldn't be some grand experiment? That's an interesting lunge into the attack, and also is Finna going to be regretting unleashing this after a while? Pure power is not going to be able to do much if you can't wield it properly, but Asgard. She actually going to land a few blows in? What is that pose and face? And it would be harder for her to fight back against it. Just set her sights elsewhere. Can't differentiate friend from foe. What are they going to be able to actually do from here other than just watch? No matter what, she'll find a way to persevere. For school, her friends, or lunch. It's hard to look on the bright side, especially when so much destruction is around you. I mean, that's what they are doing. They're trying to do something. Now, they would be potentially powerless, so breaking out into despair and wishing for someone to come save them, I understand, but while there are others out there fighting, that was creepy. Well, it definitely is beneficial. I need to wait around in hospital. It wasn't a one shot and done thing. Go for multiple rounds. What a device. So is someone going to liberate Durandal from its perch? Turn around, set your sights elsewhere. And while they're having their heart-to-heart, best be quick, lest the tower charge up. You can, what, trust in her? Bring her back to her senses with a hug. Just at the expense of her own body. Locking her in place there. Don't waste that power. Don't do something that you would horribly regret. With her frozen in time, thanks to the dagger placed in her shadow. She'd have time to reflect, if the tears didn't already dictate what was going on. So we had a moment for Chris's self-sacrifice, and we've got Tachibana fighting. Is it Tachibana? Tsubasa fighting for her own ideals and protecting the world. Her classmates, those that she fights for. Damaging not only Fine, but also the tower itself. 2 for 1. Several layers of that Asgard protection. She's gonna power through? If not hurting her herself, at least cause structural damage. How many special attacks is she going to unleash? But with that, would her shade sticker or whatever it was called disappear? So they will deal with it together through the heavens of eternity. The things aren't over quite yet. Her fight is not done. That was a nice little cry to fight on, not give up. Seeing the power being the tower being brought down, though, the look of shock there on her face. Why has her will been denied again? Why? How dare humans accomplish such a feat? Oh, not only was she released, but the gear itself being taken off as well. Yeah, hopefully no one's bought any tickets to her next concert, because they'll be needing a refund. And if they don't fight, what then? They fight to protect all of them and everything, not just to throw themselves away. Well, looks like you're going to have to try again in a few years. don't particularly agree with that statement. Obviously, hardship does bring people together, but the fact that she's slightly broken there and not reacting or responding. So thanks to a fluke there, giving the antagonist a reason to fuse herself. Think about that. Well, she has been more than broken now. Not knowing of why she fights, has given up the ghost. Ah. Excuse me. Probably not best to see her lying on the floor with the will to fight again, but the fact she immediately saw that screams, ah. What could they do from down here? They're not a fighting force of their own, per se, but what about any logistical support? Oh. Is their PA system still intact, at least? I mean, if she does believe that it's all not worth it, the school's destroyed, everyone's dead, breaking through to her this way. Well, looks like a plan is unfolding there. The power of friendship and cheering her on from the sidelines. We got the whole... What was with Ibiki there? Got the whole support network behind her. So this is Tower of Babel. Well, she could probably have went through those. That's all. Also, could have obtained her goals without needing to cause such devastation. Is someone gonna have to squeeze through? I mean, she's... I'd have to be the one to shatter and cry about wanting others to save it, now she stands up and does something for herself. Yeah, you don't want to be worse than an anime character. Will they each play a leading role in a resurgence for this final chapter? Come on, strain your back. Just a bit higher. I think maybe just, giving a leg up like this would be better than standing on each other's back like that. Why would it need to be so high? So be careful with what you say, because it's all now live. Yeah, that is quite a big one. I agree with that. If you can eliminate that damage there, so that the songs don't kill its own user, I'll be onto a winner. She can gather all the data that she needs from herself. There doesn't need to be another. And just when it all looks the bleakest, you've got the school song and choir that they're singing in an earlier episode is now blaring across what's left of the speaker system. Hopefully the microphone quality is good enough to actually get the song across. Through the power of song, they are bringing it all together. How many things do you want? You're now having the sun rise for this pivotal moment. Well, it wouldn't be much of a comeback if she didn't. From the polar opposite of what Finney does, it's the strength of those around her. Doesn't understand the depths of the human spirit. Oh. We. That's what I was next about to say. If we got the next version of their armor and outfits out, no matter how bad situations are, a nice choir can pull you through. Obviously, in a normal world, the idea of, oh, let's sing for her so she knows that we're okay and have a message of unity, that could work in itself. But in Symphogear, where songs actually hold a power within themselves, they probably did a little more there. But since the grand plan has been foiled with the tower being destroyed, I like this final act, where they're fighting for each other, they're supposedly sacrificing themselves. The whole immediate comeback after a song, I mean, I get it. Seems a little contrived, but I get it. And of course, obviously, it's nice to see. But the idea of, oh, now they've sacrificed themselves might just slightly completely wear thin if it's like, oh, actually, no, they're fine. we've got this final song which eviscerates the user. Well, only in one case that we've seen. Really, it's you're unlucky if you do die using it. And how many times have we seen a reasoning for doing something get so twisted and warped? Oh, if it was just a way of telling your feelings or getting across that kind of thing. Oh no, now I want to destroy the moon. Something got lost slightly somewhere. But giving each of the side characters something to do, even if, like, why was that kid even anywhere near the school? But sure, giving them each something to do. Oh, she's the one who mentioned, oh, it's that girl, maybe we can cheer her on. Putting the whole plan into motion. Making it so that we don't just have damsels in distress and just waiting to be rescued. No, they'll actually do something. Even if it is an awkward gymnastic routine to flip a switch. A very important switch, mind you, but I would have really liked to see more of feral Hibiki, though. The shadow version of her. If she had actually managed to bring out a somewhat power of herself, considering what we saw before with her holding Durandal. If letting go of her senses slightly actually did something for her combat prowess, might have been neat. Maybe I just want to see more of the shadow darting about the screen attacking stuff. So really, now that we're down to the last episode of this season, and it began with what we saw with the picture there, what is she going to be fighting through now that they've been resurrected through the power of song? The whole idea of Symphogear with its music-based fights and enemies was intriguing, and I still have so many questions that are left unanswered, but I'm assuming, thanks to comments in previous videos, that we will be potentially going over some of it in future seasons. Exactly what that will entail is going to be interesting. And hopefully, because what has been mentioned about the budget going up, we might get the animation and fight scenes that I actually so desperately crave. With many thoughts swirling in my head, mainly the construction effort of rebuilding the school and what they'll be doing in the meantime, or all of the other governments around the world being like, how did you ever give the green light to building this fuck-off tower inverted under the ground in the first place? Did you not think anything was slightly odd there, that you needed multicoloured walls with runes and imagery and iconography for an elevator shaft? Which have been through a fun time. So join me again for the last episode of this season. Let me know what you thought of this one. If you liked it, leave a like and a comment down below. If I did something that's even remotely entertaining, consider subscribing to the channel. But mostly, make sure to get yourselves a bit of rest so that I can see you in the next one. If you want to be part of the causing factor that would drive me berserk, consider joining onto my Patreon, because this channel really wouldn't survive without all of them. I really do need to thank the likes of Noku, Raywin, Sal, Trayvon, Shiwan, Akane, Guado, Tori Jane, Kite, Lightwizard91, Megu42, Diego Zenhausen, SZ9870, Croyville, and everyone else. And if you want to be the metaphorical hug to be there when I need it, consider joining on as well.